और अब सीधे रुक करेंगे राज्यसभा का।
Please.
How can this lie be allowed to lie on the record? How can this lie? Why are you the chairman? He can't tell a lie. He's a liar.
You allow the Prime Minister.
He's a liar.
You allow the Prime Minister. Let the Prime Minister speak. Treasury members, take your seat. All of you, let the Prime Minister complete. Yes. No, please. No, please. Take your seat. Please take your seat. Yes. In economics, some politics will come. Sit down. Yes. Economics is always coupled with politics. Some politics will come. Sit down. It is both ways. It is both ways. Now, please, you take your seat. Honorable Prime Minister on his legs. See, why treasury benches create? No, please. No, please. No, please. See, always the leader of the house is heard in silence. Also leader of opposition. That is our tradition.
Mr.
Please
Deputy
keep it
Chairman,
up.
sir,
Please.
the leader of the opposition has talked about investors having lost confidence in our country. I don't think that's correct, but I would be the last person to deny that there are certain events and happenings in our country which are a source of concern to investors, both domestic and foreign. And what are those conditions? Parliament is the supreme body in our country. If Parliament is not allowed to function session after session,
The leader without interruption. They should hear the Prime Minister without interruption. So we should hear without interruption. How can you people interrupt
Your
the Prime
side
Minister?
also.
We heard you without
This side also, they should
you
keep
made
quiet.
political statements, but we heard you.
But this side also.
What is all this?
Both sides should keep quiet.
You made political statements,
please.
we heard you.
Please.
We heard Mr. Jaitley's political
Now both sides should hear in silence. Both sides.
We heard you.
No, please.
He made political
please.
statements, we heard you.
Okay.
You must hear the political
There will always be politics.
Honorable Prime Minister, the Prime Minister is entitled to that respect. We'd like to know what he intends to do for reviving the economy. We don't want to hear alibis for failure.
Let us hear the Prime Minister. No, see, let us listen to the Prime Minister. Please. Both sides should not disturb. I am telling you, both sides I am requesting.
Mr. Deputy Chairman, sir, I am not making a partisan point, but if you are worried about the investor confidence, both domestic investors' confidence and the foreign investors' confidence, the conduct of Parliament is an important factor which will influence the behavior of investors. And
Who says no? Who says no?
And therefore, sir, I do recognize that there is a problem and that this problem can be resolved only if the opposition party does recognize its responsibilities for the conduct of Parliament. This is not something which can be done unilaterally. It takes two to clap, and you have my assurance that our party is very sincere in ensuring that essential legislation which has a vital bearing on the fortunes of our country in years to come is passed by this Parliament with approval. Therefore, this is not an issue which should divide our country. There is a problem that domestic investors are also nervous. There is a problem that foreign investors also get a wrong signal. And it is the responsibility of all members of this House to send out a message that India remains a viable, bankable, credit-worthy proposition. That's an obligation. I invite all sections of the House to respect. Sir, the Honorable Leader of the Opposition has talked about corruption. Corruption is there, has been there, but in recent years, the RTI and the activism of the various agencies of the government has brought out certain things which are regrettable. But these corruption episodes do not have to be an occasion to disrupt Parliament in a manner that we cannot do our essential business.
What is this, Mr. Javadekar? What happened here? What is the interrupting every line? You better tell him not to interrupt every line.
There are institutional arrangements in place, various committees of Parliament. There are courts of the country which can grapple with these issues and let the guilty be booked. Our government has no desire to protect any guilty person. But no, I am not the custodian of the files of the Ministry of Court.
Now please. What is it? VP Singh, please. Please. No, please. No, Mr. Maitrian, please. No, please.
And therefore, sir, I appeal to the Honorable Leader of the Opposition and all members of this august House to recognize that there is a collective responsibility. We owe it to our country to send out a message to investors, both domestic and foreign, that India remains a viable, bankable, credit-worthy proposition. As I have pointed out in my statement, the fundamentals of our economy are eminently sound, and we should build on our assets and try to deal with deficiencies. There are deficiencies, I do not admit, I do not wish to deny that, but we have a responsibility to act collectively to deal with this crisis of confidence of a sort. Sir, Shri Raja has referred to inflation. I share the concern with inflation, about inflation. Inflation hurts the poor, but we have ensured in the last 9 years that the public sector agencies which are in charge of public distribution, they will have not had to face any increase in prices. We have kept the prices of wheat and rice from the public sector agencies at more or less the same level as prevailed in 2003. This is an important measure whose relevance is often not recognized, but I would urge the honorable members that some rise in prices was inevitable to correct the adverse terms of trade against agriculture. Without agricultural growth, solid agricultural growth, we cannot bring about healthy growth of the economy as a whole. And our experience was that our farmers needed better terms of trade, but one consequence of that is that the farm prices had to be raised by an amount which was far in excess of what was done by any previous government, and that structural inflation has got built into our economy. We have to grapple with, we will grapple with it, and fortunately, the fact that we are going to have a good harvest as a result of a good favorable monsoon provides an opportunity to deal with food inflation in a manner which was not possible before. Shri N.K. Singh referred to the action by the group of 20. I will participate in the group of 20, and I may say that whatever some members of the House may say about me as the Prime Minister, I command a certain status, certain prestige, certain respect in the Council of the Group of 20. And therefore, it is quite clear today that the way the world economy is functioning, there is no adequate coordination of the macroeconomic policies, monetary and fiscal policies of developed countries, and yet we recognize that in an increasingly interdependent world, if whatever is done in the developed countries sends its shivers in the developing world, so in a more equitable world order, it is only appropriate that the developed countries, in pursuing their fiscal and monetary policies, should take into account their repercussions on the health of the economies of the emerging countries and other developing countries. That's a concern I have been voicing throughout my participation in the meetings of the Group of 20, and I'll continue to do so. Sir, Shri Rai mentioned how is depreciation good for the economy. I didn't say that depreciation is a universally beneficial phenomenon. It has pluses, it has minuses. It is a mechanism of adjustment in an economy which has got out of balance its macroeconomic fundamentals.
तो प्रधानमंत्री मनमोहन सिंह यहाँ पे राज्यसभा को संबोधित करते हुए और यहाँ पे बड़ी बात उन्होंने बोली, उन्होंने विपक्ष पर आरोप लगाया कि सदन को चलने नहीं देता विपक्ष, जिसकी वजह से भी भारत की जो यहाँ पे इमेज है बाहर अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर खास करके फॉरेन इन्वेस्टर्स के साथ वो खराब होती है। यहाँ रुकेंगे एक ब्रेक के लिए।